Welcome, my dear friends. Myself, Professor Dr. Deshpande, would like to welcome you all in my Ayurveda Academy channel. Today, I am going to present you again a new book review. Recently, I have read this book and I have found this book is very interesting and useful. Short and sweet book. Can you see? This book is in my hand. So, the title of this book is Integration of Ayurvedic Herbal Medicines into Modern Medical Practices. My dear friends, this book is written by Dr. Jain, Dr. Rane, and Mr. Sunil Bakliwal. All three doctors, rather all three people or the authors are very intellectual people. They are the professors in the pharmacological pharmacy college. Also, they all are researchers, and also all three are consultants in the pharma industry. So I first would like to congratulate to all these authors and also the Nirali Prakashan or the publication for publishing this very interesting book. Now, these three people are what you can say a very strong desire and wish that Ayurveda should be or Ayurvedic plants should be exposed for the benefit of the mankind as much as possible. And that's why they are, these people, and this book is working like a bridge, BRIDGE, bridge in between Ayurveda and the allopathy. It's a bridge in between Ayurveda and allopathy, and these three authors has convinced that using Ayurvedic plants in our medical practice by Ayurvedic doctors, by allopathic doctors, by homeopathic doctors, by naturopathic doctors will be very useful for the mankind. And how they have what you can say the convinced to the readers, let us see. So these are some glimpses of that particular book review of integrated herbal medicine into modern medical practices. Okay, let us start. So can you see these Ayurveda symbols, and also this is the prescription of allopathic doctor. Can you see? Very nice photograph. This is a leaf, and on the leaf there are some maybe Ayurvedic capsule, or this is integration of the modern and Ayurvedic. Every picture is showing that these authors are strongly willing of integration of allopathy and Ayurveda. Dr. Jain, Dr. Rane, and Sunil Bakliwal, Nirali Prakashan. So these are all authors, Dr. Jain, Dr. Rane, and this is Sunil Bakliwal. Congratulate all the authors. Okay. Now let us see integration of Ayurvedic herbal medicines into modern medicinal practices. Dr. Jain, Dr. Rane, these are both PhD doctors, M Pharm and PhD. One is a principal and another is associate professor. This is the director of Pharma Life Academy, Sunil Bakliwal. Price is very less, rupees 125 only. I wish that each and every Ayurvedic colleges, each and every allopathic colleges, each and every homeopathic college must bring this book into their library and ask their student to purchase by of their own. In the preface, the benefits of integration has nicely mentioned. Number one, enhance, boost the efficacy of medication. Number two, proper utilization of Indian traditional knowledge of herbal medicines. Utilization is very important. Worldwide participation of Ayurvedic herbal medicines, global. Ayurveda is popular now globally. Export of Indian medicinal herbs and Indian economy will get boost. Solution for what? Microbial resistance to the antibiotics, control of adverse effects of modern medicine, and low cost of the medicines. These are the benefits if each and every doctor start using Ayurvedic herbs and the plants in their medical practice. Okay, so contents. Number one, medical practices, different medical practices. They have explained what is Ayurveda, what is allopathy, what is homeopathy, what is Unani, this and that. Modern medicine, Ayurvedic medicine, Need of integration. This chapter is very important, chapter number 4. How to achieve the integration. The solution is also given, not only question, not only advice. Benefits of integration, scientific basis of Ayurvedic medicinal plants. Very interesting chapter. Patents, yes, patents on some Ayurvedic medicinal plants. Patent is very important in the process of what you can say the monopoly or the holding of that particular research. Ayurveda based marketed herbal formulations, which are they very popular. Classical Ayurvedic formulations towards the integration and advancement of Ayurvedic herbal medicines, and lastly, bibliography and further suggested reading. So, some of the important pages, modern medicine. Authors are very genuine. Authors are very honest. They do not deny. They do not deny the importance of allopathy. They do not deny the importance of Ayurveda. Authors are believing that each and every pathy has merits and demerits. Here, they have mentioned the merits, positive points from modern medicine. Vaccines is a great contribution in the world. Antibiotics, organ transplant, human genomic discoveries reached at the bedside now. Stem cell research, use of artificial intelligence in the healthcare, birth control pills, family planning, improvements in the heart surgery and cardiac care, cardiac pacemakers, randomized control trials, RCT. This is what you can say the gift of from modern medicine. Then CT scan, medical thermometers, spectacles, prosthetics and implants, and in vivo fertilization, pregnancy. Okay, Ayurvedic medicine. The Ayurvedic Pharmacopoeia of India consists of monographs of natural drugs derived from herbal, mineral, animal, and marine sources. In recent years, at the national and international levels, a lot of clinical studies, because many people don't know this, that there is a research in Ayurveda. There is a research going on very fastly, very tremendously in the system of Ayurveda. So, Ayush, Central Government Department, AYUSH, Ayush, Research Portal. Please note this website. Everybody should visit this website. They will find that evidence-based research data, evidence-based research data is available on the Ayush portal. That is very interesting. 2905 clinical research trials, 11,324 preclinical research, and 5,296 drug research study, 2031 fundamental research. How much variety of research is there in Ayurveda also? Okay, so next, what we can see, the benefits of integration. Just now we have seen, enhance the efficacy of medication. Once again, utilization of Indian traditional knowledge, worldwide participation, all I have mentioned you. How to achieve integration? Okay, the problems associated with the Indian traditional medicines, these are the limitations that authors has mentioned, needed to overcome. There are some problems in Ayurveda also. First, quality assurance should be there. The manufacturers must ensure batch to batch consistency to provide the same efficacy of the traditional formulation over a period of time, 10 years, 15 years, 25 years. Consistency, batch to batch standardization is very much essential for quality control. Okay, then many problems are there. Availability of the good quality raw material, authenticity of the raw material, availability of standards, proper standard methodology. So a lot of problems are there. Processing and harvesting issues. The quality of medicinal plants depend on the geographical origin, soil, quality, temperature, a cultivation of the species. So all things we have to consider to achieve proper integration. Quality control related issues, research and development, scientific validity of herbal medicines in research and development is still question mark. The quantity and quality of safety and efficacy data of traditional Ayurvedic medicines is not easily available. Try to understand. Authors have mentioned whenever there is integration thing has to be thought of. Clinical research. To obtain reliable clinical trial results for herbal medicines, what should be the procedure? Double blind, double blind controlled trial should be taken. Double blind. What is double blind? The researcher is not knowing what we are giving to the patient. It is covered, masked, and patient is also not knowing which exactly medicines I am taking. Both medicines are good. Every medicine is good, but to make a research unbiased, double blind control trials are very much essential. Then benefits of integration, easy availability of medicines for all. 65% of the Indian population lives in the villages, rural areas, and affordability of modern medicine is a problem. Rural population mainly uses traditional medicines for their health care. Evidence-based Ayurvedic medicines, turmeric, amla, licorice, Deshpande, ashwagandha, shatavari, garlic, tulsi, ginger should be included in the national list of essential medicines. This is the suggestion, good suggestion from the authors to the government. Proper utilization of Indian traditional knowledge of herbal medicine. Knowledge is a power. Knowledge is a power, but only when you apply it in the right direction to achieve your goal. Increase worldwide participation of Ayurvedic herbal medicines in the health maintenance. The Ministry of Ayush, as a part of its mandate, they are trying to to make popular Indian system of medicines globally has taken effective steps by entering into the MOU with many countries. MOU with China, MOU with Malaysia, Thailand, Hungary, Japan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Mauritius, everywhere. Now Ayurveda is spreading. As you know, myself, Professor Dr. Rajendra Deshpande has visited for Ayurveda propagation, America, Switzerland, Germany, Italy, Spain, from 1994 to 2014. 20 years I have myself with my team of doctors have propagated Ayurveda globally. So I know what is this importance. Scientific basis for Ayurvedic medicinal plants. Now the word is very popular. Evidence-based perspective of some Ayurvedic herbs which is needed for integration of Ayurvedic herbal medicines with the modern medical practices. Ayurveda has successfully evaluated in clinical trials. For example, some examples authors have given, very interesting. In Parkinsonism, Macuna pruriens, very effective. Anxiety, Withania somnifera ashwagandha. Cognitive brain impairment, Bacopa moniari, Brahmi. And burn wound, aloe vera, Kumari, Corford. Then cancer-related chemotherapy, Gingiber officinale. Hyperlipidemia, Gugulu, Comifera mucul. H. pylori infection, Glycyrrhiza glabra. So these particular medicines have proven their effect in these particular diseases. So author has given you the example of not only 1, 2, 3, 24 plants starting from amla. They have given the clinical studies and they have proved that amla extract is used in the patients of hyperlipidemia, high cholesterol, yes, high cholesterol, bad cholesterol, good cholesterol, everything will be, good cholesterol will be increased, bad cholesterol will be lowered down, LDL, VLDL. So this amla is very useful. Next, plants in some Ayurvedic, that means patents, I'm sorry, not it's a patent. Patent is a very, very important if you have to prove yourself. So 20 plants have been taken as a patent for the use. So for example, here they have mentioned the extract of the stem of Argemone mexicana, okay, and also Cumimum cyanamicum. They have treatment of psoriasis and related immunological problems, the patent has already been taken. Allium sativum, garlic. Our kitchen remedy, garlic, it has been patentized. Yes, patent on garlic for using it in the diabetes mellitus. And where the patent has been taken? America. Can you see interesting thing? So many patents are taken by the Americans regarding the Indian medicinal Ayurvedic herbs or the plants. So one has to be very careful that we should make more research and get this type of the patents. Okay. Now, Ayurveda based marketed herbal formulation, health problems and their Ayurvedic solutions. For example, anti-diabetic agents. Authors have given the many examples from the market. So there are A, B, GN capsules from Arlak Ayurveda. Then Amri capsules. So all these are contents from Ayurvedic medicinal plants. So anti-diabetic formulations are available in the market by research-based, Ayurveda-based marketed products. Then, for example, drugs for erectile dysfunction, Clive. There you have Seashell Lab. They have made a formulation. Then Cemento capsule manufactured by Emil. Okay. Then Colax. These are the for the problems of the liver and gallbladder. So there is a Dactyl syrup is available. So the authors have given the different examples. Also, in addition to the market brand products, generic, some important generic compounds like Triketu, Aswad, Arista, Chavanprash, all these things are explained by these particular authors. Then lastly, they have mentioned towards the integration and advancement of Ayurvedic herbal medicine, many institutions are very helping and they are taking their level best, trying their level best to make Ayurveda popular globally and also Ayurveda make standardized, and clinical trials should be conducted by Ayush, CCRS, CCIM. So there is an introduction to all these. Then there is a traditional knowledge digital library, TKDL. TKDL is based on books of Indian system of medicines which are available in public domain in India. Okay. So this is all about this very interesting book, Integration of Ayurvedic Herbal Medicines into Modern Medical Practice. I hope you have liked this, but you must like, or rather I will say, you must have been like, or you have been like that particular interesting book information. So I hope you all will purchase this book and also make others to purchase, request others to purchase this book. If you want this type of the different interesting videos, I request all of you, please share this video, like this video, and please subscribe my YouTube channel. I wish you all the best. Take care and bye bye. I wish you all the best. Take care. Okay. Bye bye. Bye bye.